ARA History Untold patch 2.0 just came out and it is a massive one. There is an insane amount of changes. One of my personal favorites though is the addition of the unique units such as the Legionnaires for the Romans, the Landsknecht for the Germans, and you cannot play Japan without the Samurai obviously. To celebrate this patch, we're gonna play on the preset Europe map as Germany. And before we begin, a big shout out to ARA History Untold for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to use my link below to get the game for yourself. Would really help out the channel massively. Alright boys, it is time to make Germany the strongest out of all nations. We start off with our Great Hearth and we're gonna make sure we queue up some jewelry in here as well as some feasts. As for production, I like to start it with the farm myself. Get that food going, which leads to more population. Let's also start roaming around, see what exactly we've got. Maybe we manage to get some resources to boost us above everybody else quickly. And exactly what I was saying, we discovered our very first cache. Also, I'm judging from the mountain range that these are the Alps in the south and this is the Austrian area, so we probably have the Poles and the French to our left and right. To keep in tone with our farm production, we're also going to go for grain storage as our first research so we can get some granaries. Hey, we actually got some leather from that cache. That's pretty good. I'm seeing a little natural border here, a river which I assume is the Rhine River, right? The one separating France from Germany. Holy mother of caches, 3-1 next to the other. This is just super lucky. And we got our first improvement done, the very first farm. We've got a plow installed and we're producing 3 food, or harvesting 3 food per turn. Next, I'm going to do something a bit more controversial. I'm going to get a dwelling instead of a workshop done. I want to take advantage of the bonus from building a dwelling in my city center, and we can get the workshop afterwards in whatever tile we annex in a few moments. Now it's time to also get our very first region claimed. I am going to go in the south because we've got in the Brandenburg region 5 tiles, as well as we've got the wheat resource here, which eventually can be turned into grain, malt, or extra food if that's what we want. As for construction, we're getting a second farm. We're gonna have all the farms in the world. Guess that's why they call this the agricultural age. Is that even a thing? I don't think it's called the agricultural age. Is it Stone Age or something? Speaking of stone, we actually have a lot of limestone in this bit here, so maybe I should start building up a settler to colonize this before the French do. That is a really good area to have early on. We've also encountered our very first tribe of Aachen. We can improve our relations with them by 2 if we give them some food. That actually is not a bad idea. Having relations with Aachen means eventually they might merge with us and then we would get their population. We only have 701 pops. That is the entirety of Germany. We want to unify the rest of our people, don't we now? A boy no older than 16 enters your court, springing with excitement. He explains that he and his friends were climbing trees, and while sitting atop a giant oak, he spotted a raised and unnaturally round hill and smoke. He requests support to safely investigate. We can send a scout, which would end up with some lithic tools, baskets, and prestige, but we lose some happiness in this capital. Or arm the boy and his friends. Oh my god, we're arming kids now? Okay, maybe we just send a scout. That seems like the more logical option, or at the very least the more ethical option. And we just unlocked the goal, the Library of Celsus. Now guys, if you like history, you're absolutely gonna love this game. If you haven't played it yet, this is in essence a 4X game, obviously, like Civilization, Humankind, and all the other games, but it does have some different things. It has some history focused events. Most of the gameplay revolves around historical stuff, which I absolutely adore about it. And not only that, but it's a very different type of 4X game. Combat's a lot different as well. We'll get into that in a few seconds. And check this out. I love the fact that if you zoom into your map, you actually see like the armies or whatever units you might have on the map. It's so unique in my opinion. Plus, in the cities itself, you get to craft stuff. You get to attach items to buildings, which give them different bonuses. So now we're crafting jewelry and a feast with our hearth. Once we get a workshop, we'll be able to craft a lot of other items. Check out how many things the workshop allows you to craft. I guess what I can say is that I like the complexity of the game. And check it out, Aachen has in fact joined our nation, so that's 1,500 new citizens that joined us. That is a huge amount of pops. We literally tripled the size of our population from being nice to the city-state of Aachen. That also increased the tier of our city, so now we get another region we can annex to ourselves. Whenever you annex a region, you automatically get an increase of whatever resources you see illustrated here. So for example, if we annex to Erlangen, we get 3 food, 1 wood, food, 2 materials, and 1 wealth. Aside from that, we get 5 zones in which we can build new buildings in. So obviously the more zones and the more resources, those provinces are always going to be preferred. It's going to look really weird, but Erlangen seems like the better province for us to annex. So we're basically snaking right now around. We also have our very first paragon available. Now these historical individuals will have different bonuses for us based on what kind of advisor we set them as. So for example, Nexi, which was a court official for the Pharaoh Hatshepsut, and we know that because of the stone records of him, will give us probably the best bonuses if we assign him as a chief advisor, in my opinion, since that gives us growth in all cities. And I think I'm just gonna go for that since I really would like that growth. There you go. Claiming that region also allowed us to see some extra equipment and ruin caches, which we probably should go for. In fact, I think I should build a secondary unit as soon as possible and a settler, and I really should establish that second city in this area because I'm seeing here a border. Not sure whose border it is, but judging it's in Western Europe, it's either the French or possibly the English here. We also have our ranking available, and it seems like we are triumphant as we're first for now. This game has a means of showing you that that can change very easily. Last time I played ARA, I got my ass handed to me. It is not an easy game. Well, the gloves are off. We have encountered our first nation, the Belgians. So that's what that little red spot over there was. Well met, Monsieur Belgium. We have a few options. We can manage our borders with them. We could open them up right now. They are closed, and it doesn't really make much of a difference, to be fair, since we don't have that much territory. So I will go for opening borders if we want to have good relations with our neighbors, for now at least. They declined. Okay, I see how it is, Mr. Belgium. All right, we also managed to get our settlers to the desired location. I'm going to set up my second city here since it is close to the Alps, so we have a bit of protection in the south. We got really great regions around, 4 tiles here, or 4 zones, as well as really great resources. So this is likely going to be the first region we're going to claim after we establish the city, and the tile where we establish the city itself has 3 gold or 3 wealth, 4 food, and 1 material. So it is a really good tile. Let's go ahead and settle up, establish the city of Anhalt. Apparently the founders of the newest city look to us for advice. We have a few bonuses we can render to Anhalt, either city security, happiness, or knowledge for 100 turns. I'm gonna go for security simply because it is on the border with the Belgians, and they might not be the friendliest of folk. We're also gonna give some amenities to Anhalt, namely baskets, and we're gonna rename this. On the border with the Rhine, it wouldn't be Anhalt. Anhalt's a little bit northeast of Germany, so this would be probably Breisgau. Breisgau, I think, would be the closest to this particular area of the map. I'm trying to keep it as logical as possible when it comes to city distribution. Oh, we got archers. Maybe it's time we teach our friends across the Rhine a lesson in opening border. Now, a new feature added in 2.0, and honestly a really good one, is the ability to either purchase claims, or we can use it to get specific traits such as frontier conquerors that allow us to increase our city cap by 1. Science improvements provide +2 prosperity or +5 to all quality of life stats in the capital. I actually would like to get the city cap a lot, because right now we only have 3 city cap. If we get 4, that is going to be a big improvement. We could set up another city somewhere to the western frontier and another one to the east, because I'm pretty sure we're going to encounter either Poles or Russians or something of the sorts in a few moments. That's funny. The Belgians would like some how about no Belgium? How's that sound? Feel like we really need to up our game when it comes to influence. It is such a massive deal in this patch, getting influence, and I absolutely love the things we can do with it. I mean, region claiming alone with influence is an insane improvement and can really change the game massively. Oh no, the Belgians have already claimed Denmark in essence, and they have an army. They're fighting the tribe I was trying to get good relations with. What? How did they get an army already? That's crazy. Yep, they're definitely engaging the Torganargs, or whatever these guys are called, Tongarans. Okay, we do have an opportunity here. If we give them 3 precious stones, which is quite a lot, we can improve relations. I guess we could do that since we have 7 right now, and seeing as we also have just encountered the French, might not be the worst idea to get relations with the Belgians. France and Germany have not had the best relations historically, and we already start with disliked attitude from them. So yeah, it's also time that I create some archers and a spearmen. I'm gonna have a couple of military units just in case, and then follow that up with another settler. So this is what our construction queue looks like right now. We're not doing too many buildings, but we'll reap the benefits of having an army in a few moments for sure, because I'm like 80% sure we're gonna get attacked. Oh, we also were the first to discover the new Braunschweig tribe, so I think before I get relations with them, I'm gonna try and scout the area around, make sure they're not gonna disappear in a few moments too. And hey, look at that, we actually are very friendly now with the Belgians. All it took was a few precious metals, and they accepted to be my friends. Halla freaking Schnitzeldorf, Luya. Oh, we've researched everything we could from the ancient history, so now we can start advancing towards the Bronze Age, and we can also establish our third city. This one is extremely close to the Belgians, but we really want to claim this tile in particular. It has 2 limestones, 4 wealth, 2 materials. It is just an insane tile. I really want to get it before the Belgians do. So I've saved up the 50 influence that we gained, because check it out, now we can get an extra region to claim. We actually have a total of 2 claims. I'm gonna use my first one though to get the region I really wanted all along. The second one I'm gonna use to continue to expand Berlin a tiny bit. I feel so good that we've managed to claim the 2 limestone here now, and we got another claim, this time in Breisgau. So maybe it's time we get some provinces back. Oh no, actually hold on a second, I just realized there's 3 wealth in Châtelet alone. Definitely worth it. Also gone ahead and I've mustered my archers. I'm gonna bring them over to the border town simply because I'm a little bit scared of what the Belgians might do. So this is basically preemptive action here. And we also got some spearmen, not just the archers. We've got enough units to man all of our border cities. I also love the fact that you can actually name buildings. So instead of dwelling one, we're gonna call this Fancy Skibbity House. Hey yo, this is the Fancy Skibbity House. Best real estate in all of Germany as of now, because it's literally the only real estate we got. Oh, it also seems like someone's catching up to us. Someone's really close. I'm worried right now. The Bronze Age is here, and we have a few new technologies to research. So what are we gonna go for first, actually? Maybe the code of law, so we can become a monarchy government type. I'm also gonna be building some roads between my cities. We need to be properly connected here. So we're gonna have basically a triangle connect all 3 through an intricate web of roads. Look at that. This is a peak road system right here. Of course, the Russians are in the east. I like the fact that it actually is historical distribution, albeit obviously Belgium is, well, to be fair, this technically kind of feels like it would be Belgium, right? With the French a little bit southerner from there. And we got the Russians to the east. That means what else we have? We probably have some Italians below the Alps. We've got a nice little separation between us and maybe even Austrians or something of the sorts. The HRE might be in this direction. Oh my lord. War is upon us. The brave people of Germany need to be defending ourselves from the vile Belgians, warmongers, all of them. I freaking knew it. It's a smart idea to have some soldiers in these border towns. I knew it. I'm also going to use my soldiers to destroy their settlers. What is this? This is not settlers. These are scouts, right? Yeah, there you go. That should be a nice little victory for us, destroying their scout unit. I guess it wouldn't be the worst idea to build a watchtower now, would it? Oh, okay. This is actually surprising. The French, out of all nations, are actually sending us a gift. I am down for that. Oh no, this is not good. They actually have good units. What is this? These are spearmen? Yeah, okay. We need to double down on military production then. First battle report came in. We are crushing them. And there you have it. First victory of the war. Complete domination. Heck, we can even watch the battle if we wanted to. It is a slaughter fest, some would say. Oh, this is huge. We can actually unify with New Braunschweig. It only is going to cost us 50 timber, which is half our timber supplies. I just realized maybe that was not the smart move right there. Called it. New Braunschweig joined. We got 1,500 new citizens in Berlin. So our city is up to 18,000 population in the Bronze Age. This is an absolute wonder of the Bronze Age unto itself. It took us a really long time, but we did eventually manage to get victory at the Battle of Anhalt. And the problem now is that we have basically no soldiers. These guys need to wait until being healed, and they're gonna have to wait for a while here. So we're building up some new units. We're building some swordsmen and some archers, which we can send over to the city of Wavre after. Also, these guys have actually leveled up. Level 3. Halla freaking Schnitzeldorf. Oh yes, baby. We have the option of building the Great Pyramid of Giza now. We just need a lot of rope, ceramic pots, and lithium lithium tools. Same for the palace. We're gonna need a lot of rope and ceramic pots. Now the cool part is that we have our fourth city, Lubeck, and this is gonna be a wood-based city. We already have 3 wood in this region, and the regions around it also have quite a lot of wood available, so we can literally turn this into our main logging city. Jean of Arc would like to give me some military aid. Why are the French so nice to me? I'll accept it, obviously. All right, let's also reinforce, because our city is absolutely under attack right now. We do have a lot more units than the Belgians, so we shouldn't have any issues pushing them out of this province. Oh my god, look at the difference. 52 strength against 6. Yeah, I got the feeling they're gonna get crushed very fast. Also, I just realized we have to switch over to the monarchy government type. We're abandoning chiefdom. We're getting security and prosperity in the capital. We're getting 20 knowledge in our capital. We're not getting anything with it before because we didn't have any policy active. So we should have done this a while back because I have the option of doing it. I just kind of forgot about it. There you go. We also won our 3rd battle. We've been winning battle after battle. Maybe we can just go ahead and siege down and take the city in the north that they've got. Look at the difference in war wariness between us and them. They got 46 war wariness because they've been losing battle after battle, whilst we have only 15. They do have 6 active forces though. I haven't seen them yet anywhere though, so I'm a little bit worried. If I go up north and try and take their city, they might actually attack my cities in the meanwhile. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna risk it. Screw it. I think I'm gonna risk it. Or if not, we can just go here and destroy this city, weakening them in the process. Oh, that's their capital. Yeah, we cannot touch that. Holy mother of God. 79. Yeah, let's get the hell out of there. So I was going for the whole French-German rivalry for this playthrough, and I don't know why, but the French abso-freaking-lutely love me. Heck, let's open up our borders. Let's form the Proto-European Union, shall we? We can also found a religion, German Christianity. Why is it specifically German Christianity is the real question, though. What makes it different from all the other Christianities? Let's see, right now we've got Spaniard Atonism. Oh, the Spaniards are on the map. Okay, that's good to know. And unstructured. Unstructured is basically everybody else. And this way we also get to see all the currently known cities, I would imagine. Wiltshire. What is this? Salisbury. Wait, are these Americans in Europe? Why are the Byzantines and the Greeks in the same map as well? I have so many questions. Is this the entire world population also? 134 plus 15,000? Oh, that also allows us to get the theocratic government type. That would spread religion in our capital. It would give production towards religious improvements, but nah, I think I'm good. We also now can select our first verse. Happiness in all cities sounds pretty good. Force strength is not bad considering we're at war, but I think craft production is also good. I'm gonna go with the happiness for the time being, simply because we have very low happiness because of this literal ages-old engagement with the Belgians. This game really is one of those games that takes a while to master. For example, the resources themselves are so intricate and so well designed, in my opinion. You need fabric to train ships, right? Or to create zeppelins, which is a very late game unit, as you would imagine. And then there's of course certain other resources that would accelerate the creation of fabric. For us, however, we are very much so starved of rope, so we're gonna put this on an infinite loop, and we're gonna also add wealth so it creates rope a little bit faster for us. Peace treaty has begun. We've won the war technically because they didn't manage to enforce their war goals, which was to take our city, but we're gonna be ready for the next war. We don't want to have to go through such a 40 turns protracted war in the future again. We want to have a quick and decisive war next. Some would even call it a blitzkrieg. Oh my god, they lost so many units. That's crazy. As time passes, we also learn new things, so we have now advanced to the Iron Age. Our first golden age has begun. For the duration of this, we get 25% extra prestige from all prestige sources. I'm also going to prepare for the future, so I'm going to rename all of my active combat personnel to division. So this is going to be the Brandenburg division. I've just upgraded these spearmen to swordsmen, and we're going to do the same for everybody else here. They're going to be one type or another of divisions, not just archers. Say München Rangers. I just realized I may have made a mistake because I'm going to get confused what type of unit this is. Maybe I'll just say Rangers for ranged units and division for melee units. That makes sense, right? And we also can upgrade these bad boys to bowmen. Hey, another tribe has joined us. Oh my god, they gave us 10 leather? That is freaking massive. Honestly, getting good relations with tribes is so freaking overpowered in this game, in my opinion. I love it. Also, I feel like it's time we change the city name from Lübeck to something more eastern, like Poznan. Yeah, Poznan sounds like a good... I think Posen is the German version, isn't Posen is the German version. Poznan is the Polish version. It's also pretty much positioned about where Posen would be, isn't it? Oh no, the Belgians have been expanding. Oh, I don't like this at all. And I love how when you have a farm built, you actually see the farm with the pops actually plowing the field or just kids running around. It's so cool. I like this. It's such a little thing, but it really immerses me so much. Hey, this is our first sea city, I guess you could say. So now we're going to be able to take advantage of all the wealth from the sea tiles and even shellfish. Now try not to be very shellfish about this city, will you? That was a really bad one, wasn't it? Biome discovered. Hey, yo, what kind of a biome we got here? Apparently, this is the area for temperate grasslands. Well, what about our area then? Aren't we temperate grasslands too? And if you take a look also, you see the shape of Europe is actually coming to be, which I absolutely adore. We want to basically grab as much of this area as possible. Are these the Belgians? No way. No freak. Am I getting hugboxed by Belgium? That is just insane. How did they even manage to get over here? Well, I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we? Because again, the Belgians declared war on us. They really don't like us. We managed to crush the Belgians at the border, but they somehow bypassed our army and they're marching towards our capital. So we're gonna have to make a 180 over here and try and prevent them from doing any damage to our main areas. This is where our economic center is in Berlin. The French want to be my ally. Okay, this just completely negates the narrative I had at the start of the campaign. And also, we're somehow still first, but Alexander the Great is about to catch up to us. Speaking of, we are now discovering the Balkans, and it does seem as fractured as it is in real life. That being said, the Greeks are doing a pretty good job. They got some great resources though. They got iron deposits, 2 iron deposits. They also have 2 cattle available here and a limestone, so they got a lot of resources. Oh my god, they even have saffron flowers. Yeah, they just got the long straw in this whole situation, didn't they? Oh, we've got a masterpiece created. What is this? So this is the Hurrian hymn, which provides us additional prestige. Oh, that's why they wanted to be my ally. They want to request aid in their war against Spain. I mean, yes, but can you also help me against the Belgians, maybe? We've established yet another city, so we've now reached our city cap. From now on, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to claim more lands, I guess. We're going to have to advance more in ages before we do that. It is vital that we connect all of our new cities to the existing cities via roads, so we're going to have to do that with the northern Königsberg too, because that's right. I'm going to rename this to Königsberg. This is basically exactly where Königsberg is on the map, isn't it? Oh, and the best part, we actually can now build Stonehenge because we managed to get the lithic tools and rope. Problem is, I don't know if I want to waste any of these particular tiles. I want to waste a smaller tile on a big project like that, so I guess we can wait a little bit longer before we build Stonehenge. Maybe in the meanwhile, we can claim the natural resources, like the copper deposits would be actually really smart to do. And of course, hunting camps for the elephants and farms for the horses and the cattle. And also, I thought Europe would be ending here, but no, we've got a little bit of North Africa in this map as well, which is nice to see. We're finally taking the offense over to the Belgians, and we're going to be deleting this city from the face of the map. Wait a second. We can decide the fate of this city. Hold on a second. We can assimilate them into our nation, or we could raise them. City of München. Why am I getting the feeling that this was not founded by the Belgians? No, apparently it was founded by the Belgians. This makes no sense. Why would they call it München? It's actually exactly where München technically would be, right? Or in that general direction. It's just weird. I'm gonna raise it though, simply because I do not have the city slots. I don't want to go over my city slots already. Wait, this is the first region that I see with 6 tiles. That is crazy. I didn't even know you can have 6 tiles. Oh, I absolutely love this. Marcus Licinius Crassus, the richest man to have ever existed. That's right, he was richer than the Mansa Musa of the Mali Empire, richer than Elon Musk, some would say, and he is available as one of the paragons. That is actually beautiful. 5 wealth per turn in cities with commerce improvement. Yes, please. I'm also discovering that it's not just the map of Europe, but it's a map of Europe and the Middle East and all of North Africa, so that's pretty cool to see. I'm assuming that the Byzantines have gotten a hold of the entirety of Anatolia then, which looks like it's mostly just mountains though. I feel like Posen is probably my my favorite city right now. Every single zone in Posen has 5 regions. There you have it, boys. We've won another war against the Belgians. We were actually really close to destroying their northern city too, but the peace deal came about. I wish we had like a couple of turns more. Yep, I'm not surprised. The Byzantines have in fact claimed the areas east of Anatolia too. Look at this. I'm probably assuming they have another city within the Anatolian holds themselves, and I would imagine that Byzantium is the capital and it's positioned right here somewhere. And we got a new government now as well, the Republic, which is not for me. Sure, the knowledge is nice, but I like the security and prosperity, considering that every single time the truce is over with Belgium, they instantly attack me. There you go, Constantinopolis, a level 8 city. Okay, pretty massive actually. Do we have any unique Byzantine looking buildings? I think we do actually. These look very different from the ones that I have. Must be the Byzantine style, right? If we take a look at my place, it looks definitely more Germanic than the Byzantine areas do. Surprised to see that they haven't actually claimed Anatolia, though. That's a bit of a mistake on their side, because there's a lot of good resources here. There's goats, there's frankincense, 2 frankincense, cotton as well. There's a lot of goodies here. I have been making my workshops work double time to get metal tools, which means that we could also upgrade our farms to irrigated farms that would obviously produce significantly more food, albeit they have a little bit of extra maintenance. Why does everybody want to have tribute for me? Like, why Spain? I'm not gonna give you that, obviously. Bribe offer. Why don't we attack the Belgians together with the Spaniards? Like, this is such a change in logic right here. We're getting items from the Spaniards to attack Belgium. Yes, you don't even need to give me anything. I'm gonna attack them regardless. We also have a legion as a formation now, so that means we can have up to 4 units in a single formation. We're gonna deploy these guys in Wavre so we can attack from afterwards, straight into Houston, and we're gonna have another unit deployed from our capital. Same situation. We're gonna have a battalion with 3 soldiers, deploy them, and we're gonna attack the same in the north. Maybe with this one we can just defend, because they might attack us from the south actually. We also can now upgrade our stone pits to full mines, which massively increases our yield. Looks like we've captured another city. Of course, we will be raising this one too. We don't want to go over our cap, and we just don't want to have anything to the north for now. We might recolonize it later once we have increased our city cap, maybe. Okay, now we can bring our units back down south. Think we might merge all of our soldiers and march on Brussels. Let this be a lesson to the people of Belgium. You don't mess with the Germanans. Look at us. Look how beautiful we are. We're literally all of Central Europe right now, completely controlling all of Central Europe. I've also started construction of Stonehenge in one of my less important regions, I guess you could say, because it takes up the entirety of the region when you make one of these monuments. It does give a lot of city knowledge and city culture, so that's a good thing though. And it is basically center. It's in the middle of our 3 main cities. It's pretty secure, I'd say. Well, guess what just happened, boys? The British declared war on us right after they recolonized Denmark. And they are Jewish. Actually, perfect timing on the side of the British, or English, because we just finished our war with the Belgians, so we can use the contingent that was right about to destroy Brussels, to destroy the Danish areas. Stonehenge has also been constructed a little bit late, some would say, considering we're basically in the Middle Ages at this point, but hey, we still have it, okay? I've also been hard at work exploring all of Eastern Europe and the Middle East in the meanwhile, and it's not really populated that well. Surprised to see the Russians only have this one city here. They definitely have some more cities, I just haven't found them yet, which makes me feel like the map is actually pretty massive. And I also love how you actually can discover different resources as you advance in time. We literally just discovered right now corn in this particular tile, and we also can actually expand Berlin once more. And we also have another monument, the Temple of Bel, which gives city craft production, city security, as well as religious spread strength in all cities, so it's pretty huge. Was curious to see what the religious makeup of the world looks like right now, and we actually have the highest amount of followers. We got 283,000 followers of German Christianity, probably because we also have the highest amount of population, so that kind of makes a lot of sense. This is followed by Greek Isese, French Atenism, Hellen Atenism. Okay, we've got a lot of I don't even know what Atenism is, but now I'm intrigued. English Judaism is there, Muism, another Belgian Atenism. Also love how the more north we go, the more obsidian and rare resources I find, as well as polar bears. I'm like 99% sure there are no polar bears in Europe. For that matter, I'm also sure there's no tigers in Europe, but it's kind of fun to see though. And who knows, maybe there were tigers in Europe a few 100,000 years ago, or maybe even 10,000 years ago, and we just don't know about it. Another day, another golden era. Time to also decide the fate of the exact same city. They rebuilt the city basically, and we're re-raising the city. A new era also has begun, the official early Middle Ages. So I guess it's time for us to research feudalism. Nothing says Middle Ages as good as a little bit of feudalism, does it? Plus, this means we get the unique Landsknecht, which is the German unit. The cool part about this is that this particular unit only has wealth as maintenance, so we're not restricted by any type of goods like iron ingots that we would have to build or anything of the sort. Oh my god, there's even gold up north. I really need to get another city in the north, don't I? Oh, a new government type. Okay, let's check it out. So that would increase our cap by 2. Oh, I am so going for empire. It does have reduced production in each city, which kind of sucks a little bit, but I mean, we actually can negate it with our policy, so it's not really the worst. I think it's worth just because of the cities. Check out how many more types of items we have that we can craft now as well. We've got a bunch of them in the workshop. I really need to get this upgraded. Upgrading workshop is really vital, so we're gonna have to go for that particular technology. Oh, they do have more cities. I found 2 more cities all the way up north for the Russians. Bryansk apparently one of them. And what do you mean inconclusive war? We literally wiped out your army and raised the only city you had on the mainland. This is not an inconclusive war, my man. I really hope you guys enjoyed my adventures with ARA History Untold. I had a lot of fun, and I'm definitely going to cover this again. I want to see some other civilizations duke it out on the European map, and maybe we'll take it all the way to the later ages. If you enjoyed this, you want to see more, let me know in the comment section, and make sure to use my link. It would really help out the channel massively. Love you, and I'll see you in the next one.